Nancy added softly. "For looking out for my daughter. May the goddess watch over you." Mr. Richmond offered her a faint, tight-lipped smile before turning to go. But as he did, an image of Violet flashed in his mind. The stubborn, purple-haired girl who was also his sister. And he knew her. She would be furious if she found out he just walked away while her mate's pack was tearing itself apart. "No, no, no, Richmond. Don't you dare turn around. Let them sort out their own mess." A dark, cynical part of his mind snarled. "Yeah," he told himself. "They're all capable alphas. They have warriors, a strategy. They don't need me sticking my nose in it." But as he took a step toward the door, another voice, smaller but infuriatingly clear, piped up. "Wouldn't your sister be disappointed, knowing you just walked away while her mate's pack crumbled?" Richmond groaned internally. "No, they have Alpha Genevieve and Alpha Leon. They can handle it." The voice pushed back. "Without bloodshed, can they do what you do? What if they die? Do you really want to be the reason Violet cries?" "Oh, for crying out loud." Richmond hissed under his breath, sighing in defeat. He turned, and every pair of eyes in the room was already on him. "Is something wrong, Mr. Richmond?" Genevieve asked, her tone polite but laced with curiosity. Richmond's mind screamed at him, "Don't say it, don't do it." But his mouth had already made up its mind. "I can win this war for you," he stated, "without a single casualty on your side." The room went dead still. The air grew thick with stunned silence. Elias stared, incredulous. "You've got to be kidding me." He knew Richmond, or the version of him Caleb had exiled to Lunaris Academy. With all due respect, the guy was a glorified babysitter who knew nothing about warfare. Of course they don't believe me, Richmond thought, a flicker of grim satisfaction in the back of his mind. This was the image he'd spent years carefully cultivating. The useless, hedonistic heir to a king who wasn't even dead. An afterthought. It kept the real threats at bay. After all, who would ever suspect he was a stone-cold killer? Before his sister, Richmond was about to tear it all down. Everett's gaze was like flint. How? Richmond's demeanor shifted, all traces of the reluctant oracle gone. "Everyone thinks Asher Nightshade is dead," he stated, his voice cold and precise. "That makes Charles the figurehead. But his army is built on opportunity, not loyalty. You cut off the head of the snake, and the body will scatter. Then you pick them off, one by one."
Enjoy a massive 95% discount on your coin purchase. Get 340 coins for just $1. Unbeatable value, curated especially for you. This limited time offer won't last long, so tap the banner and grab your deal now.
"And what makes you think we haven't thought of that?" Leon shot back. "We know that. Charles knows that. It's why he's surrounded himself with guards."
His voice was dripping with disgust as he added, "Any self-respecting wolf would be leading the charge. But he's a coward, a smart one though. He knows we're coming. So enlighten us. What's this special way you're going to win a war without a single drop of blood?" Mr. Richmond rolled his eyes. So much talk, so little action. The things I do for my sister. "Well, for one, none of you can do this," he said, stretching out a hand. Shadows billowed around him like smoke. A sharp guess escaped Alexa as she instinctively took a step back. Everett yanked Nancy behind him protectively, while Elias went rigid, ready to spring if Mr. Richmond made a move. Only Genevieve and Aaron held their ground, though their eyes narrowed and their muscles coiled, prepared for a fight. "Relax," Mr. Richmond said, completely unfazed. "It's just a demonstration. A little dramatic, I'll admit. I have a thing for theatrics," he added with a sly smile. Leon, still on edge, demanded, "And how exactly is that supposed to help us?" "I can charm Charles,"
or anyone near him who isn't mated. I just need to get within 30 feet for it to take hold. It's most effective with skin contact. The victim becomes completely...
Charles will let me get that close. So let me get this straight, Everett said, stepping forward. Our whole plan is to bet this war on you seducing Charles? Well, if you want to put it like that. Mr. Richmond shrugged, unoffended. Leon jabbed a finger at him. And we're supposed to just trust this nonsense? We don't even know if it works. Being accused of collaborating with the enemy was one thing, but being patronized, that Mr. Richmond wouldn't stand for. He smiled, sly as a fox. Perhaps you should find out for yourself, Alpha Leon. What? Leon frowned, confused. Then the air crackled, a static prickle crawling over their skin. Goosebumps rose on everyone's arms as Mr. Richmond's magic split outward, washing over them. Genevieve felt it first. Her thoughts went foggy, and suddenly, Mr. Richmond was the only thing in focus, glowing as if surrounded by a halo. She wanted to be closer to him, to touch him, to be with him. The urge was a searing heat beneath her ribs. She almost staggered forward before the image of her husbands, Aaron and Tristan, slammed into her mind like a bucket of ice water. She snapped out of it. Gasping for breath. What the hell was that? Aaron looked dazed for a moment before his head cleared. As for Everett and Nancy, the charm slid right off them, deflected by a bond so strong it acted as a shield. Mr. Richmond's sinister smile widened. He pushed his power, directing it like a current. Every eye in the room followed as Leon, the South Pack Alpha, walked toward him, moving like a puppet on a string. His expression was one of pure, mindless adoration. When he reached Mr. Richmond, he stopped, gazing up at him like a worshiper before his god. Mr. Richmond commanded, "On your knees." "No." Elias gasped, barely recovered himself. He wouldn't. But Leon did. He sank to one knee before Mr. Richmond, his eyes wide with a strange, dazed devotion. A wave of shock silenced the room. Faces were frozen in various states of horror and disbelief. Genevieve clapped a hand over her mouth, the sight burning into her mind. Elias ran both hands over his head, completely stunned. Nancy's mouth formed a perfect O before she finally broke, bursting into laughter. She whipped out her phone before anyone could react. "Nancy, don't." Everett barked, but it was too late. Nancy snapped a picture, laughing so hard she doubled over. Alexis's face turned bright red with secondhand embarrassment. But when her gaze met Mr. Richmond